Okay, so face fitness. This pictures here is on purpose. This is only, we're just touching the surface. As much exercise as in regular fitness, there is even more exercises for the face fitness. Face consists of muscles, so we're barely scratching the surface. We're gonna start with something and then you can develop on it. Quick contraindications. So because we activate lymphatic flow in the face, any infections, like if you have a sore throat, if you have fever, if you have sore blisters, any ear infection, any toothache, skip, don't do anything until you feel better. Obviously, any cuts, any open wounds, any bruises, any like veins, avoid this part, burns, and certain skin condition like rosacea. Some exercises are contraindicated, so be gentle with your face. Okay, main rules, 4 rules. Number 1, never ever stretch your skin. You don't want any sagging, you want your skin tight, so nothing that stretches the skin. Most of the exercise you're pressing and you imagine like you put your fingers in the butter and you pressing, and you want to affect the muscles and not the top layer. Always follow lymphatic flow. Any movement you do, remember about the dry brush lines. I'm going to share it with you again. But any movements is going to be according to the lymphatic flow lines. Do not create any new wrinkles. So whatever you do, make sure if you're exercising one muscle, you're not creating wrinkle in another spot. And never, ever, ever massage any lymph nodes. And I'm going to share with you a picture of the lymph nodes. So there is no like massaging and pressing motions on the lymph nodes on the face. Okay, so we're going to start with décolleté. And I always say face, always start with décolleté, because again, this is flow. You remember it's everything flowing here. So if something is not flowing, not free here, you're always gonna have this double chin and like sagging jawline. So this picture is here because I just said never, ever, ever massage the lymph nodes. So look, where is the lymph nodes? We don't want to press the lymph nodes. So what are we doing with décolleté? So we actually want to lift the tissue. Okay, if you can, okay, we start practicing. So just like join in if you can, grab the skin fold at the center and then slowly move the skin fold toward your armpit. Okay, if the skin is really tight and you cannot grab anything, you grab 2 fingers and you kind of like massage the skin along and like lifting the tissues, lifting all of the skin and subcutaneous, a little bit of fat that here you're lifting up to allow all of the lymphatic flow. And you start from the center and you go along the clavicle and then go lower and lower and all the way to the breast, and then you do it on the other side. Again, if you cannot lift the skin fold, okay, when I started, nothing were moving, like everything was so attached and so tight here. The only thing I can do was kind of like just massage it and try to lift it a little bit, and then with the time you will see the tissue will free. Again, do not pull the skin. You're not trying to stretch the skin. You're trying to elevate tissues so the lymphatic flow under your décolleté area is free flowing. After you're done, relax and just kind of like move the lymphatic flow away toward your armpits. Okay, really quick, really soft, nice, should be pleasant. Okay, then we're moving to the neck, and this is your jawline. So really important, big muscles, sternocleidomastoid. How to find it? Okay, tilt your chin a little bit forward and you will see this big, and turn it side to the clavicle, and you will see this big muscle is separated. And on the picture, it's a middle picture. This is a big belly. Okay, this muscle create a lot of tension, responsible for a lot of headache. Okay, we want to massage it and do what we call ischemic compression, but only in the top third. So it goes all the way to the center of the clavicle from behind the ear. So separated by 3, and the top third, this is the one part you want to massage. So tilt your head a little bit to relax it, and then with your 2 fingers, grab it and massage, and you want to kind of like lift it and do this like a small motion when you're separating, and you pulling it away, you lifting it away. Okay, now very careful, look at the bottom picture, see where's the lymphatic nodes, it's behind the ear, okay, and it's almost right on top of the sternocleidomastoid, on top of the ear. So like, do not press here, a little bit lower. We're gonna do ischemic compression. So make almost like a hook with your index finger and then thumb. And then in the middle of this third part, you just grab it and you squeeze it and you hold it. And it should be a little bit painful, but not unpleasantly painful. And you just breathe through it. Inhale and exhale, try to relax it. And try to hold for 1 to 2 minutes, and then again, massage it, lift it up. And obviously we do it on both sides. When you're doing, always tilt it forward to relax and free. Do not stretch it and then try to massage it. Okay. Again, little massage, lift it up away from the neck. You're not pulling the skin, you're grabbing the muscle itself, and then you're massaging the muscle, and then ischemic compression, you just kind of like hold it for 1 to 2 minutes. This is awesome thing to do whenever like you're in the office, you're in the car, just anyway, like you have a free hand, do one side, do another side. Do not be overzealous. First time I start doing it, next day I was so sore I couldn't like move my head, but then it goes away. This muscle, it's very tight, and the more you start doing it, it's gonna become more pliable, more soft. Okay, after you're done with this, always lymphatic flow, just go down to subclavicular lymph node. Okay, now chin and front of the chest. So lymphatic flow goes on the side and on the back down towards supraclavicular nodes, but in the front it's actually go to sublingual nodes. This part of the neck, this is where your thyroid, never touch it. Okay, you don't want to mess with your thyroid, you don't want to like release all of these hormones. So we always start where man has this Adam's apple, we are doing it above this portion. So like bottom half, do not touch your neck in front. Then you put your hand almost like center of your neck, and this is a small motion. So you kind of like collect and push all of your tissue together up, and then you put your hand flat, and then you kind of like rub your chin. So we called it lift and rub your chin. So put your hand middle of the neck, then you lift all of the tissue up, and then you put it flat and you rub it against your jawline. Okay, and then when you do it, now we're going to do opposite muscle motion. So put your tongue down, you're trying to press with your tongue down to your hand. So lift your tissues up, rub, press down with your tongue, so you engage the diaphragm. Okay, if you look at the top corner picture, those muscles were trying to work. I don't want to bother you. You don't need to remember any names of any of those muscles, but I want you to visualize and think about what are you engaging right now. Okay, next one we're going to do is called sculpt your jaw. 2 hands, two fingers, and you start from the center. Okay, and there's a lot of muscles here, and you kind of like massage those muscles along the jaw. Okay, and you're trying, again, we're not stretching skin, you're not grabbing and pulling your skin. Okay, those muscles underneath your skin, you're trying to melt, and you're trying to rub against the bone. Okay, only go to the angle of the jaw, because from above the angle to the ear, there's going to be lymph nodes. You don't want to massage. There's lymph nodes and salivary gland right here. So find the angle of the jaw and do not go above from the angle to the ear. Okay? We're not going to massage this part. There's lymph nodes and salivary gland there. You don't want to touch it. So jawline, started from the center, and you go along the jawline, relaxing, massaging those muscles, sculpting the jawline. And another one that I like, I hold one side of my face and then I do hook with my index finger and I kind of like pull this line, but again, not pulling the skin. Make sure you're not stretching the skin. It's a very slow motion. Imagine you have a butter stick and you melting your fingers through the butter and you're like pulling and trying to melt the muscles, relax the muscles underneath your skin. And we're only gonna go to the jawline. Do not touch from jaw to ear. Okay, and obviously 2 sides. From the center, massage your chin, relax all of those muscles, melt all of those muscles, and then hold your skin on one side. And with the hook, just along the jawline, very slow motion. You're not pulling the skin. You are melting muscles underneath the skin. Every time you did anything to the muscles, you want to remove this lymphatic flow and improve the circulation. So this one is my favorite. You make L with your hands and you kind of just grab your jawline and slowly, again, this is very soft. You're not pulling. It's like you're gently touching your face like a feather, okay? Very slow. You tiny press. You go along. Now you can go all the way to your ears, even lift your ears a little bit up. And then with your fingers, slowly go down to your subclavicular lymph node and then turtleneck just to pump this lymph flow down. Okay, we're working right now. Katya, try with us, okay? So slow, pulling, very gently, not stretching the skin, all the way to ear. Lift your ears up and then with your fingers, bring it down. Exhale, pump the flow. Okay, done with the chin, moving on. Oh my goodness, one back. Wait, so this is the diaphragm of your jaw. So we actually have 3 diaphragms in our body. This is the top diaphragm. Then we have the breathing diaphragm in our belly, and then we have a pelvic diaphragm. So those picture, I'm actually going to use Natalia's help because this is intraoral massage, and if I put my fingers in my mouth, I cannot speak. So I usually do it in front of like my sink, so I don't bother with gloves or anything. But Natalia, if you can pin her, she's gonna put glove on one hand only, and so because if she only have glove on one hand, she's not gonna be confused, and only hand with the glove going inside of the mouse. The other hand does not go inside of the mouse. And remember, if your hands were inside of the mouse, then do not touch your face. You don't want the bacteria that inside of your mouse on your face. You're gonna have breakdown next day. Okay, I'm gonna ask Natalia to move closer. So what we're gonna do, okay, she's gonna be my model. I'm gonna be the voice behind the scenes. So what we're gonna do, so this diaphragm, okay, look at the picture. This diaphragm is it's from the jawline all the way down to your throat. And we're gonna put one finger inside of the mouth and the other finger at the bottom of the diaphragm, and we're gonna push the diaphragm up and down, and massage and relax muscles of this diaphragm.
Sure. It's so confusing.
Okay, I have to show. Okay,
yes,
give me
please.
1 second. Wait, I have to stop talking. Okay, so the one that with the gloves, this one goes into mouth and then it doesn't go anywhere else. So you put it in behind your teeth, under your tongue, and you press down. And then with your ungloved hand, you find this finger and you put your fingers together like this, and you keep doing this motion up and down, relaxing the diaphragm. Okay, I'm showing, I can't talk. Okay, and you go all along the jawline. Please look at the picture. It's actually easy if you can visualize the muscle.
It's the lingual side or the buccal side?
It's behind your, under the tongue. No, yes. Okay, so it's inside of your teeth. It's not here.
So
It's
the lingual.
inside of your mouth. Inside, it's underneath your tongue. Okay, put it in. And then connect your fingers together and keep pushing up and down, up and down. Did you guys try?
It's painful.
Okay, it's, as you start, it might be a little bit painful. Do not be overzealous. If it's painful, it means the muscles are very tight. Okay, the next one that we're going to do is for the same muscles. We always do them combined. This is massage, and then you actually want to engage, and it's called frog tongue. So for this, you actually use very straight because it involves muscle of the neck. So first, before doing anything, straight posture. Okay, do not cross anything. Do not cross your feet, or if you perfectly, if you're standing, okay, straight, elongate your spine, then tilt your chin a little bit up and look at your crown molding. Look at the corner of your ceiling, and you want to point your tongue toward the crown molding, and you're going to elongate. Okay, look at this picture. Okay, you see how it's connected to your, almost like where your vocal cords, like to the part of your throat. So you want to elongate all of this. So it's like, imagine you're a frog and you're trying to catch that mosquito. Okay, now we're gonna check if you're doing it correctly. You're actually gonna put your fingers right under your clavicles. All right, and you're gonna look up at your crown molding and tongue out, and you should feel your chest is moving. Almost like your breasts are lifting up. Do you feel it? Thumbs up or down. Do you feel muscles like platysma is engaging and moving? Okay, so we're gonna do 10 to 15 of those. Just keep stretching your tongue up. And then when you stretch it up, we're gonna go side to side, side to side. So all the way out, again, 45-degree toward your crown molding. Very straight posture, shoulders down, elongate your neck before you even start. You stick it out and move it side to side. Okay, you should feel all the neck platysma, but also deep muscles. This is your beautiful, beautiful jawline. Okay, so 2 for this frog tongue, straight and side to side, and then you massage your diaphragm. And again, I usually do it in the morning when I brush my teeth. And so I don't worry about gloves or anything. I just do one side, I wash my hands immediately before I proceed with anything else. Okay, this is my favorite topic. I can talk about this topic for hours, hours and hours. I actually have a friend who is just specialized in this TMJ dysfunction. And there is nowadays clinics that are only specialized in TMJ dysfunction. And I put this picture here with all of the signs and all of the symptoms that TMJ dysfunction can cause. And this is considered the most complicated joint in our body. Okay, so this is the joint. It looks simple. 2 very big muscles. One is temporal muscle. You see it right here. And one is masseter. Okay, number 1, we're going to do the test if you have problems with this joint or no. So we're gonna take 4 fingers, okay, and we're gonna open the mouth, and 4 fingers should easily fit in your mouth. Okay, and you should go at least till first phalanx of your pinky, and then like so, like this way, this width should easily go into your mouth. Okay, if it's there, awesome. Okay, the other test, if you have any clicking sounds, any like cramping, anything, and then like we're gonna do like very last exercise. It's an exercise, but it's also a test, so you will see this joint. People made a careers, medical careers, just about this joint. Okay, so number 1, I'm gonna put my gloves now. If you don't fit 4 fingers, or even if you do fit 4 fingers, number 1, this joint always need a stretch. This is where all of our attention, all of our anger, you know how like when you're stressed, when you're angry, you're cramping up, okay? Chewing gum, eating, so all of this tension goes into this joint. So we always want to stretch it, okay? Again, as with the neck, you remember the rule for the neck, only 30% of the maximum exertion. With this stretch, only 30% of the maximum exertion. So what I'm gonna do, and this is very common technique, Larissa will know this technique perfect because this is how we stretch all the gymnasts. So we wanna stretch it against resistance. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna put your fingers in, I'm gonna show you in a second, and you're gonna try to bite for 5 seconds, and then you're gonna let go and completely relax. So I'm gonna put my fingers on, and I'm gonna apply the pressure down and open my mouth as much as I can, 30%, not as much as I can, 30% of maximum effort. And I'm gonna resist my fingers, and then I'm gonna let go, and I'm gonna do 5 of those. So resist, I'm biting, and then I'm just letting go. Okay, so you resist your fingers, and you basically you make a hook and you grab inside of your teeth. And you resist for 5 seconds, and then you let go for 5, and resist and let go. Okay, please, very, very careful. Do not overdo it. Be gentle. Okay, so next one, easy. You grab the base of your palms, okay, and you put it on the masseter muscle. Please look at the picture. Where is the masseter? Okay, if you feel it, if you open your mouth and you feel it, it's a big muscle right here. Okay, find this muscle first on the side. Okay, on your side. If you go with the finger, it's gonna go soft, stop. Okay, so where is stop? This is where your masseter. Okay, open. Okay, here we go. Found. So soft, found. So find the muscle. Now put the base of your thumbs, a base of your palm on this muscle, and just like hold it, and it's already relaxing. You're already relaxing it with the warmness of your palms. Now press on this, so press, like massage it a little bit. Okay, and when you feel this a little bit tension, a little bit like when it's relaxing, now we're gonna start working out. We're gonna open and close, so nothing happening here. Okay, now this is where the trick starts. When you're pressing on the muscle, you open it very gradually, but when you close, it wants to snap. So basically, like normally, if I'm not paying attention to it, this is how it's gonna look. I'm gonna gradually open, and then it's like it snaps almost on its own because you're pressing on the muscle. So your job to think about it and very slowly and very gradually close. So press on the muscle, release the tension, and slowly open. And then very slowly close. Try not to, not to snap. Feel very gradual motion and don't snap. Okay.
And what if we hear clicking? Continue.
Avoid clicking, less pressure, less exertion,
And
like with neck.
And elbows are on the hard
You
surface.
can relax. You can relax your head on your elbows, relax, or depends like where you are. Like sometimes you don't even put the elbows, just like heat it, relax it, soften it. And if you hear the clicking, decrease the range of motion until there is no clicking. Okay. As with every muscle, it's a humongous muscle. Okay, we're gonna massage it. Okay, very careful. So look where temporal muscle is located. It's kind of like goes into your hair. Okay, do not massage right, like sort of here's a zygomaticus bone and you can feel it. Try to not massage right above, like close to the ear, right above this, because there's a lymph node here. So we're not trying to massage it. Put 3 or 4 fingers, almost like a fan. And then it's a circular motion and you're massaging it into your hair. Okay, again, look where's the muscle located in the skull. Okay, circular motion, fan motion. Okay, this is the second muscle that is located. And my tension are actually way almost into the hair. So it's pretty relaxed here, but it's way up into the hair. So I'm paying a little bit more attention. Circular fan motion, obviously both sides. Okay, so then additional one, this is for people with a really big problem with masseter muscle, and this TMJ, it's an intra-oral massage. When you open your teeth, grab the muscle in between your fingers. One go inside of your cheek, one go outside. Grab the muscle, number 1, like almost rub it, like you're trying to separate the tissues, each individual strain of the muscle. And number 2, you're gonna move it back and forth to kind of like elongate and make muscle leaner, make muscle softer. So again, I'm go with my thumb, I go inside and soft, 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 soft. I go all the way until I find hard part. When I found the hard part, this is where I close my index. And first, I'm just kind of like with the circular motion, rubbing the belly of the masseter. Okay, and then like first circular motion, and then you grab it, and you go back and forth, side to side. Try to elongate and soften this muscle. So 2 motions, rubbing, circular motion, you're massaging the belly of the muscle and trying to separate each individual strain. And the second one, side to side, and go a little bit up and down, like those small motion, up and down. Okay, remember you're not stretching the skin, you purposefully stretching the muscle. Okay, and then the last, this is my favorite exercise. This is actually coming from Hannah Somatic. It's a test and it's an exercise. So it's called baseball base. So 4 bases. This is rhomboid form. So first base, your mouth is closed. The second base, you're only moving your bottom jaw. Everything else here is relaxed. Okay, so you move it 45 degrees, then you open all the way down, then you move it to the third base, then back to center. So it looks like this. I'm gonna move my mouse really close. Okay. Why the test? If you have, like most of the people do not have very symmetrical TMJ. So usually if you have a dysfunction, you're gonna have dysfunction in one or another, usually not in both. So when you're doing this first, second, third base, it's gonna be easier and like you're gonna have more range of motion to one side than to another, but also it's how smoothly can you move. So I can actually pretty smoothly move to first base and second base, and then it's almost snap to the left side. And like I constantly have to control and do this in front of the mirror. So if most of the other exercises I'm showing you, a lot of them I'm just doing in the car. This specific one, it needs a lot of control. You really need to control the motion and control the smoothness and range of motion of this. Okay, let's one more time try to do everybody together. So relax, and you do it at the very end once you already massage everything, because this is kind of like the guru of the TMJ. Okay, so relaxed, and then first base, and then you do the opposite side. Okay, again, any clicks, you're gonna decrease range of motion. Okay, how's it, can you do this? How does it feel? Okay, I think we have 3 more minutes on this Zoom, and then we will have to connect to the second Zoom. I'm gonna keep talking. As soon as we disconnect, we're just gonna hop on to the next Zoom meeting. Right, so next one, we're gonna work on the lips. Very careful with the lips, make sure you don't crack them. This is my best friend. Okay, if you just did your oil pull, you don't need it. If in the evening I did not do oil pull, I actually gonna apply a little bit Vaseline or any lipstick before I'm gonna do anything with my lips. Okay, because I don't want to crack them. Okay, so number one, look at the muscles. Okay, couple muscles involved. Number one, the biggest one, and this is responsible for the plumpness of your lips. This orbicularis oris. This is all around muscle, and look at this little corner. It has the commissure. So this is where those, like all of the rest of the muscle get together. So I now want you just to feel how lips are soft. And then you have this little commissure where all of the muscle comes together, and it's like a little knot in the corner of your muscle. So just feel and find this commissure, okay, and just massage where all of them come together. So this is like, if you're looking at the picture, this is little corner here. This is what you're trying to massage, okay? And so we wanna kind of like relax this orbicularis, because this is where all of your, like if it's very tight, this is where all of your little wrinkles are going to come around the lips. Okay, so number one, we're going to do it, I call it O, and then fish mouth. So you want to extend your lips and form O, but it's a big O. And so you wrap it in, you wrap your lips behind your teeth, and then you form the fish mouth. So it looks like this. How are we doing? Okay, remember, and I'm looking at Kari, and Kari, I'm so proud of you because you remember the rule not to form any other wrinkles. So we actually want to put the hands here and make sure that we're holding the face and not forming any other wrinkles. Okay, that takes time. This is you will see with the time, you will increase the mobility of the lips, and this exercise is going to become easier and easier. Okay, so next one, like we have 2 types of kisses, flat kiss and perky kiss. Okay, so flat kiss, you put your lips flat, and perky kiss, okay, flat, okay, hold on, I have to think about it, and perky. So you bring them together, you separate them in a line, and then you bring them together, and you separate them in a line and you bring them together. And for the perky kiss, actually, it's very easy. If you put your palm in front of you and you almost try